Hi guys, it's Dani'i and welcome to another video, and I'm here with updates on what is now tropical depression number 6 in the Eastern Pacific. But before I go into details, please take a second or two to tap that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time when I post a new video, as well as to share to make persons out there know what is taking place and to help the channel grow. So, Tropical Depression 6E formed earlier today in the Eastern Pacific, and it is expected to be a tropical storm very soon. And we see that it is moving westward at the moment at 80 miles per hour. So, moving quite quickly across the Eastern Pacific, moving to the Central Pacific. And throughout early next week, we see that it is expected to remain a tropical storm, and on Wednesday, probably about the early morning hours, we could see it becoming a hurricane. And here's Hawaii right here, and could it continue with the west-northwesterly like track that the National Hurricane Center is predicting? We don't know, but Hawaii definitely needs to take a look at this and pay close attention to it, because it might be something very significant. It might be a real threat for the archipelago. So currently the winds are 35 miles per hour, and of course some strengthening is expected. And another thing to note is that most times when these systems are depressions, we just see the probability from its stage now being a depression, but sometimes they undergo periods of rapid intensification, especially when the conditions are highly favorable for strengthening. So we don't know if that's going to happen with the Brewing ERICK. So yeah, the name that it will get is ERICK. And behind it is another disturbance that could become flossy, but that's not the main focus of this video right now. Alright, so here is Brewing ERICK with the potential paths of the storm, and we see that models are agreeing that it may go under Hawaii. And remember, they're just tracking the center and not the size of the storm. So yeah, the storm could be pretty big at that time, and it might send off bands of rain that could cause some flooding in areas, but we don't know exactly what is gonna happen as yet. But you just have to wait and see, and just stay cautious and be on alert. And another thing to note is the potential intensity. Right now, just a few models are agreeing that it will become a hurricane, but most are saying tropical storm, while two down here say, you know, it won't develop. But we're definitely going with what the National Hurricane Center says. By probably later today or tomorrow, we might see it becoming a tropical storm. So the intensity varies for, you know, these models here, but remember, this is just the first advisory, and things usually change as time goes by, so we just really have to wait and see what will happen with potential tropical storm ERICK. And another thing to note, which is one of the main factors when it comes on to strengthening, which is the sea surface temperatures, is that right in this area here going down, you see that the warm trend is there going all across to, well, this is the Central Pacific map, but go into the Western Pacific, right in that area there, you see those high temperatures, so it will remain in warm water. So that is one boost for it. So the wind shear, upper level winds, other factors that will help you to know whether or not it will be strengthening or weakening. And it is starting to look, you know, fairly organized. You see that there is some circulation going on with it, but it's pretty disorganized at the moment. But it was going to get to that stage where it is a well-defined tropical cyclone. So right now we're not really seeing, we're definitely not going to see the eye right now, but later on, probably about Monday, Tuesday, we might see an eye-like feature developing, or we don't know exactly what will happen, if it will undergo periods of rapid intensification. We just have to wait and see. And for a wider view of it, here is the 2-day forecast for the National Hurricane Center. So looking like a baby right now, but it's just forming, so it's in the first stage of its lifetime. And then behind it here we have this other area of disturbed weather. As you're seeing, this has a 50% chance of formation through the next 48 hours, and for 5 days I believe that it is at a high 80% chance. So yeah, we could see Flossie developing right after ERICK, and we don't know if it's gonna take a similar path, but it's right behind it. So I'll keep giving tropical updates on both of these systems. And if you found this video pretty informative, please hit that like button and remember to always be weatherwise. And as I said, I'll keep giving updates on the tropics.